As you can see, I have my tier list already, filled with anime cliches that are good, could be better, okay, bad, and needs to stop. I have 10 anime tropes here, even though I really could have added more, so like and subscribe to see part 2 of this, eventually. Alright, first we have this theme where boys in anime look like girls and girls look like guys, but to be honest, the first is the more popular trope in anime. Every then and now, you watch an anime and see a character only to end up wondering, is that a boy or a girl? I go through this at least every 4 animes or so I watch at a time, and most of the time I'm usually wrong. I really just don't understand it. So let me give you a quiz. Which one of these 3 anime characters is actually a girl? You have 5 seconds. Well, if you picked Gother from 7 Deadly Sins, sorry to burst your bubble, but it's neither boy nor girl. It's not even human. Both of these are dudes. This trope goes in the bad tier because I just want to know who I'm looking at so I don't end up gooning to a freaking dude. Incest. This by far is one of the worst anime tropes out there, and the fact that it's an anime trope to begin with is just terrible. In what universe does a brother and a sister grow up together and somehow end up liking each other? Or else it's in the state of Alabama. It's just not possible. In fact, it's the opposite. Waking up every day and having to see the same girl every day will just naturally make you despise her. Just ask your parents. Some animes might make an excuse that they are step siblings, but it's still the same. It doesn't matter if they were attracted to each other in a previous life. I'm looking at you, Oshinoko. This needs to stop. The next anime trope is making young chicks look incredibly mature, fully endowed, and old chicks the opposite. Milliam Nava, a character from that time I got reincarnated as a slime, she obviously looks 13 years tops. But guess how old she actually is? Whatever you guessed, you're wrong. She's over 20,000 years old. Whatever magic she's using, this is the kind of stuff modern day Korean women crave for. Fubuki and Tatsumaki are literally just each other's age. Tatsumaki is 28 years old, pushing 30 while looking 15, and Fubuki, in all her heavily endowed glory, is only 23 instead of 40. You can't tell me this isn't the body of a MILF. This should definitely stay for no particular reason. Next is the whole isekai genre. The concept of killing a main character and reincarnating them in the fantasy world isn't bad, it's just overdone at this point. We get like 10 to 20 new isekai animes every anime season, and really, we've seen it all. Reincarnated as a girl from a guy, reincarnated as a spider, reincarnated as a slime, reincarnated as a pig, reincarnated as a freaking vending machine, reverse isekai, reincarnated as a sword. We've seen everything. I really could go on. Reincarnated as a skeleton. Twice. The goddess blesses the main character with an overpowered skill. The god or goddess abandons the main character. Every student summoned gets a special skill but the main character. Literally hundreds of animes fall into these categories, so this just needs to stop. It's taking the fun out of anime and making things boring. And I'm saying this while being a big fan of isekai animes, but it's just too much. Next is a general problem in anime, but still very exclusive to the isekai genre. Main characters looking exactly the same. There's no difference in the design of any of these main characters, or else you reincarnate one of them as a pig or something. This isn't really a problem that can be instantly fixed because there's only so much you can do when designing a generic 16-year-old Japanese boy in 2D. But it's still cliche nevertheless to have a black or white haired main character with blue or brown eyes. This could be better. This could be improved on. Next is anime's obsession with making the bad guys good, specifically demons or the demon race. Now I know demons in the context of anime aren't directly related to the biblical demons, but they're demons nevertheless. This is more of a personal issue. I didn't really notice this until I gave my sister an anime where the demon lord is good and the angel rays are bad. She asked me why the literal devil evil is good, and I really couldn't even give her an answer. This is a trope that a lot of media besides anime does a lot, but anime takes things a step further, which really baffles me and makes me wonder why anime does this so often. I'm not the most devoted Christian around, but this did leave a bad impression of anime on my sister. How not to summon a demon lord, misfit demon academy, devil is a part-timer, salaryman isekai, Mao 2099. So many animes do this that it really should be its own genre. I personally think this is okay, but not everyone will have the same opinion. Next is the trope of every anime having a beach and bath or spa episode, and if it's a slice of life high school anime, you might as well add that school festival episode or episodes as well. This isn't really a bad thing. Even the biggest and most popular anime usually have at least one episode dedicated to the characters just going to the beach or all the characters going to a bathhouse. I get this is a thing real people do in real life, and it's not really an issue or anything, it's not bad. It's just a cliche at this point. It's okay. Next is... This is actually a mistake. This was supposed to be a cliche of how many animals, especially in mid-range animes, are voiced by humans instead of actual animal sound recordings. But then I remembered something even better. Anime titles. Only in anime will you see a show named World End. What do you do at the end of the world? Question mark. Are you busy? Question mark. Will you save us? Question mark. Shows humanity fighting to stave off extinction. Like, bro, what are these anime titles? These animes literally ask philosophical questions in just the title. And why is it so long? How about the Misfit Demon Academy? History's strongest demon king reincarnates and goes to school with his descendants is an amusing power trip series set in a high school. The title literally summarizes the plot of the anime. Like, what are we even doing? Wait, it gets worse. The story in which I was kidnapped by young ladies' school to be a sample of the common people. Like, what does that even mean? This obviously just goes in bad. This is terrible. Next is 3D animation in anime. Now, I'm not talking about bad 2D animation. I'm talking about animes that forcefully use 3D animations in 2D animes. 3D animation in animes as a whole isn't inherently bad. God Eater is pretty good, and that's a fully 3D anime. Attack on Titan did okay with their 3D Titans. But if you see that a 3D model doesn't look good in a certain context, then you shouldn't use it. Biggest example, Kamikatsu. What the hell is this, bro? What is this? Who made this? Who greenlit this? Another one, Ninja Kamui, a ridiculously good action-packed modern-day ninja anime, ruined by the horrible 3D animation in the final battle. This could be better. This should be much better. Now finally, the last anime trope, overly sexualized anime. Unfortunately, in recent years, the border separating flat-out hentai and mainstream animes has been depleting ever so slowly. You can find many animes that you sincerely cannot show a kid because of how sexual it is. Adding one or two sex appeal characters in an anime is one thing, but making the whole plot of the anime about a bunch of dudes banging chicks for a living is another thing.
If you're curious about this anime though, I made a full video about it, link in the description below.
What am I doing, bruh? This definitely needs to stop. If you're gonna make an anime overly sexualized, then just make it a hentai. I'm gonna be ranking more anime tropes and cliches today, and for those that don't know, which will probably be most of you, this video is the second I'm making on this. So if you haven't watched the first, the link is in the description. We have our tier list ready. Let's get into it.
Check this out.
先生にふさわしい舞台をご用意できたと自負しています。私も先生にふさわしい存在を目指して日々自分磨きに取り組み。
何か言ったかい？
いいえ、何でもありません。
What? How on earth did you not hear that? First on the list is main characters, mostly in isekai and fantasy animes, being completely oblivious to women's approach or knowing but refusing to engage because, I don't know, they're too overpowered or something? Some main characters in these isekais are actually so dumb when it comes to romance, not picking up on super obvious signs that women are into them, which sincerely has me tweaking every time I see this shit. Unlike in real real life where girls literally not talking to you or playfully beating you is supposed to be a sign that they like you, these main characters literally have the girls telling them to their face that they like them, and they still don't do anything about it. Well, except for this one main character that actually smashed the girl that liked him multiple times and then abandon her for another girl. But most main characters have every girl in the anime chasing them, and they pick either none or the worst girl. This isn't really a good or bad trope, this is just annoying. Next, still mostly exclusive to the isekai genre, is animals turning into cute girls. Picture this, we have a freshly reincarnated overpowered main character. He saves or fights some big cat or giant spider or dragon, pities them, probably forms a contract with them, and now we have cute cat girls or dragon girls or spider girls or dog girls, basically any cross between an animal and a 16 to 24-year-old cute girl. There are the male counterparts, of course, but you can expect the female hybrids to have more human features. I mean, it's not a drag to say that anime popularized cat girls to the rest of the world, which influenced other groups like furries, unfortunately. So I'll just put this in the okay tier because it's just one of those tropes people know anime for. Next is nosebleeds. The one completely inaccurate medical condition characters have when they get sexually aroused, I guess. It's obviously not a thing that happens in real life, because if it was, pretty sure every guy would be dead right now from loss of blood. Nosebleeds in anime is the most popular trope anime is known for, and occasionally it is pretty funny when it happens, especially in animes like Gintama, where characters lose more blood from nosebleeds than when in actual fights. It's a pretty fun one, so it's okay.
まさかこれは夢にまで見たラッキーなハプニングのエロ、すなわちラッキーエロ。すまない、これは不可抗力だ。
Male characters always getting a lucky break falling on girls' chests every time. This has been a common trope for a very long time in anime, and while it's funny when we watch it, for women of the modern era, it doesn't age very well. It's not a thing that happens in real life, but a thing guys probably often wish for. And the way this boob grab accidents happens in some animes is much less exciting to watch. Seriously, some animes intentionally force this situation to occur, and it doesn't look good every time. It might occasionally be funny, but only to the guys. It needs to stop. Respect women. I mean, I would like to be as focused as this guy. Male characters unintentionally going into the women's changing room or baths. I literally have nothing to say about this. Obviously, showing things like this in anime will only encourage people to do it in real life, especially if they're young, which isn't exactly legal. Honestly, this is some sex offender / pedo type behavior, and I don't think anime should keep encouraging this type of stuff by doing it in their shows. It might be funny on the short term, but this is actually a serious problem in real life, especially in East Asia. Countries like South Korea, Japan, and China, where men might hide cameras or themselves in women's restrooms. So yeah, this is bad. Moving on now from the serious stuff, we have tournament arcs, very exclusive to shonen animes. There comes a time in every main character's story where they'll have to train to get stronger, and then sooner or later fight in a tournament to save their universe, or get some super important achievement that helps progress the story. Tournament arcs are as interesting as the story gets. We get lots of new characters introduced, other characters get fleshed out and go head to head with each other, where occasionally, more often than not, the main character usually always wins at the end. It's a showpiece part of any story, but it's a bit predictable knowing the main character will probably win at the end. Lots of filler fights to complete the bracket, wasted characters that are eliminated quickly, and sometimes pacing issues. So I'll say this could be better. Transfer students. When you see a newly transferred student in your school in real life, they're probably like super quiet people that don't talk much for like the first 2 weeks. But in anime, either they're literally the main character or pivotal to the progress of the main character and the story. Transfer students in shonen could end up being the main character's rival or straight up the enemy. In slice of life animes, they could be potential love interests for the main character or just some super strong or smart character that would change the whole plot of the story. Basically, transfer students in anime are never normal people, so this could be better. Lastly, we have anime parents always never being there for the main character. Every shonen main character either has both their parents dead, one dead and the other gone to get some milk, or just both not being there at all. And then the responsibility of raising the main character falls on the relatives. To list some good examples, both Goku's parents are dead. Luffy's dad went to get some milk in the army, and his mom basically doesn't exist as far as we know. I mean, even Oda himself said she's not important to the story, so she doesn't exist. Deku's mom is the GOAT for actually raising the main character, but Deku's dad is non-existent. So this is bad, this is definitely bad. And both Tanjiro's parents are dead as well. Maybe shonen animes just have a problem with parents, or maybe it's the authors that intentionally do this all the time. But either way, it's pretty bad. And that's it, another tier list finished. Are there any anime tropes that I missed? Like and comment below, because I really want to make a part 3, but I don't have enough material to do so. Either way, thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.